What up, what up, what up, what up, y'all? It's your girl, Killer K, aka K Love in the building. Hey, tell me how you feeling. Also known as your Sovereign Celestial Emperor, Empress, or Empress. Also known as your Cosmic Sovereign Celestial Judge. And today we are going to be doing Cosmic Court. I've been alternating between Fridays and Saturdays, but I figured, I didn't do the Cosmic Tea this week. Because I feel like we need to everybody's always looking for constant reassurance outside themselves, and I feel like we need to find that shit within, kind of. So that's why I was like, all right, there's a lot of changes going on, but I will do a little bit of Cosmic Tea mixed with Cosmic Court. If you're interested in booking a reading or getting your cards read, checking me out on TikTok, whatever it is that you're interested in, or even just hitting me up, information is below in the description box. I have my website, I have my TikTok, and I have my email address. If you guys want to send donations as well, anything like that. And we're going to get into your current energy. And we're going to see what is currently happening in your life, how you're currently feeling. I'm thinking about I'm going to use both the cards I'm going to use. But I'm going to be using, I can't even remember. This is my Lumerian deck. I can't even remember the name of it because I don't have the box. But this is the deck I'm going to be using. Let's see what the current energy is for collective. What are the current energies? So you're definitely in a multi-dimensional energy. Spirit is saying not to try to fit in. You're actually bringing forth a fire of radical transformation. So naturally, you are going to stand out. If you're in a crowd of people, you're going to be the one that motherfuckers look at. If you're walking outside, it's basically like your main character energy. You're a key player in this play. I don't want to call it a game, because a game implies that you could win or lose, and that's not necessarily what I'm seeing here. But I'm seeing that there's a story playing out, and you're the main character in this story, collective. You have some sort of some energy where you're surrendering parts of yourself that are not able to shift into this new timeline. So it's almost like when it's time to play a different character. You're gonna have to do a costume change, right? You can't wear the same costume and be the new character at the same time. Other people gonna be like, wait a minute, I thought this was you know what I'm saying? So for some of you guys, you're shifting your timeline. Some of you guys are shifting from being one version of yourself to another. You have to fully commit to the new version of yourself, because if you start putting on costumes and pieces from your old timeline, you're going to start attracting the same things that you dealt with in that old timeline. You see what I'm saying? You're the fire of transformation. You're the one that's shifting the realities here. And it's going to take your mind, body, soul, spirit, heart, everything. Your shadow. It's going to take all of you. You can't halfway transform. That's going to leave a halfway reality. That's going to leave something unsaid, undone, right? You definitely have an otherworldly origin here as well. You're timeless. You're adaptable. You're free. Spirit is saying take your time here. There's no rush, because everything is already happening how it's supposed to. And if you're feeling like there's a pause right now, like Spirit is saying wait, it's not because you literally need to, it's not because the timeline isn't shifting. It's saying wait, because there's other things that need to play out first. Other things need to play out in your life before you can do the action that you want, before you can take the action that you want. You're not missing out on anything, all right? Some of you could live by the water, or you need to go visit water at this time. Water is a cleanser. Water is a purifier. Some of you guys need to, or, if you're into doing healing frequencies, you like to listen to healing frequencies, listen to like the dolphin frequencies. That has a positive effect on your brain and also on your memory. Okay, you may start remembering past lives. Because here's the thing. We always remember the trauma that we carry, but we don't really tend to remember the gifts that we acquired, the talent or the skills. It's naturally in us, or it's innate, or we have to unlock it. Yeah, I'm seeing flow, release control, divine will, oceanic consciousness. As soon as I said that, I didn't even look at the cards. Yeah. All right, let's see what's going on here. What's the current vibe? What's the current energy for collective? What's coming through? Stepping stones. Take the next step. Let go of the old paradigm. So you're being encouraged to take the next step. The next step could literally just be thinking about what it is that you need to do next, visualizing it. That's number 6. And then we have number 1, source of all, true home. Just be heart connection. All right. So everything, if you could see, this is like the flower of life. Okay. This is the flower of life. If you can see, all of it is interconnected. So you could go to the center. You could make a decision to go left and then go right. It's still going to lead you where you were already going, even if you went straight through. So basically it's saying that no matter what choice or path you choose, you're always going to end up in the same, you're going to end up going to the same place. All paths lead to one type shit. Know yourself. Meditate. Who am I? The veil is lifting and opening. It says right to choose, immunity to hooks. So you have a sovereignty within knowing yourself right now. And I feel like these cards are very love and light, but I also feel like this incorporates the level of integrating your shadow aspects. We have Lemurian egg, rest, regeneration, reintegration of divine potentials. All right. So you're kind of in like this space where you're in this shell, you're in this egg of protection. You're getting to a point where you're the things that maybe have caused conflicts for you, anxiety or fear, you're starting to understand that this is all a part of why you're here. You're here to expose the anxiety, the fears. You're here to bring it up to the surface. Okay? So there's a spiritual dynamic, but there's also a physical dynamic, and there's also a shadow dynamic to this. All right? I'm going to put these to the side. Understand that you have sovereignty. You give permission to what you allow in your life. There even may be a... Okay, so here's also what I'm getting to is that you're being put in a position here, and you have fought this position before. You were like, I don't want to do that. Spirit wants you to explore this side of yourself. For some of you guys, you have past life trauma when it comes to asserting yourself. Maybe in a past life, you abused your power because you didn't know yourself. You abused your power because you felt powerless inside. Most times, 9 times out of 10, powerful people, the true powerful people, they know who they are, and that's why they give an air of power or authority. The people who are abusing their power or siphoning power from others, those people usually don't feel good enough within themselves. They usually don't feel like they, so that's why they're trying to get it from somewhere else. They're trying to latch on to something to get it. I'm seeing here that there's a very unique energy coming up for you, or is here. You have the power. You may even be somebody that is looked at like powerless. So let's say we're going into the energy of classism. You may not be the richest person. You have more power than the rich people. Or let's look at gender. You may be the weaker gender. You actually have more power. And you can tell basically. So for example, like the rich people, they thrive off of taking energy and money from the poor. If the poor people were like, I'm not going to give you no more of my time or energy, the rich people would lose their power. We could easily change this paradigm. So this working 9 to 5 shit and having to pay bills and do all that, if we decided to take our power back, have our sovereignty, know ourselves, this is like saying my sovereignty means I don't got to pay these fucking bills. I don't got to pay for this rent. All I got to do is get some land and build my house. Now I'm immune to being a part of the system in certain aspects. I'm no longer on the hamster wheel. But you have to know that that's what you're capable of doing. If you never know that you can do that, you're never going. And that's the part about power, that true power is within. You don't have to use somebody else to make you feel powerful. When you're powerful, people want to be used by you. Do you see what I'm saying? When you're powerful, people want to put you in positions of power. When you're powerful, people want to give you these titles. When you're and that's not even needing that validation, right? Not even needing that validation from people. People who need validation from other people are more likely to be controlled by other people. Even if they're making it seem like, I don't care what this person thinks. But if that person stopped caring about you, stopped talking to you, stopped doing whatever, if that person stops employing you, if that person stops paying you, now you feel some sort of way. So it's all about how we're kind of meant to assess our own power. You're being put in a position of power, collective. And those of you who know who you are, you know exactly what's going on here. There's somebody here or a group of people that are giving you permission, and this is a collective subconscious thing. So, for example, you may be the most powerful person in your neighborhood, in your community, at your job. That's because everybody collectively gave you permission to be in charge. It's not because you had to step on people's toes and mush people out the way, right? If you had to do that, then that's you not feeling powerful within yourself and searching for power. If you naturally rose to a certain position, you naturally got a promotion, you naturally, you feel me, got to some sort, that's because collectively they're like, this person is a person of power. You didn't have to say, well, I can do this, I can do that. Naturally, you walked in that essence. You talked in that essence, right? And so I'm kind of seeing with people who are in positions of power, it's a balancing act, because people who force the power, they force themselves to be in positions of power, they have to keep maintaining that force, because naturally they don't have it within them. And if they lack up, or if they loosen up, people are going to start to notice, oh, you're not really as powerful as you say you are, or you're not really, right? But people who naturally are powerful, right, they'll get that position of power because other people see them as a powerful person, but they still have to maintain themselves. They have to be responsible. They have to be confident. And so it's kind of like the same energy. It's like you still have to remain responsible. When you get that position of power, you can't lack up. And the reason why is because other people are going to look at you and be like, well, if this person can lack up, then that means that I can lack up. They're not going to look at you and say you're not really a powerful person. They're going to look at you and be like, well, you're the leader. You're the one that's demonstrating whatever you're demonstrating. So if you do some crooked shit, then that means that we can all do some crooked shit. That's why the powers that be right now, things are corrupt. Because people gave their power to these people. And when they start doing sly shit or slacking up or doing whatever, everybody else lower than them did that. And that's how corruption. So for some of you guys, you actually have a lot of power here naturally. You don't have to force somebody to believe that you're powerful. You have this within you, which is why you're being put in a position of power, which is why you're the leader in your community. You're a supervisor at your job. You have a following, a social media following, whatever the case may be. But the difference is that you may have some form of unhealed wounds as it pertains to your power. You are a powerful person, and you've always been a powerful person. But you may feel a fear that if you are put in a position of power, if you're put in a certain leadership role, that you could go into a different direction, or that you could make a mistake and lead people astray or lead a situation astray, and then that will all fall back on you. See, other people, when you're in a position of power, other people's mistakes don't nearly affect them as much as it falls on you. Just like when you're a manager of a company, of a team, of a department, people gonna look at you. If your employee fucks up, they're gonna be like, well, that employee fucked up because the manager didn't do. So it's kind of like you are a leader. And this is to be taken seriously. This is not a joke. This is not a game. This is to be taken seriously. This is the shift that you're stepping into, and it's a conscious shift. It's like you're consciously shifting into this. You've always had this energy about you, which is why people always look up to you, come to you for advice, put you on a pedestal, whatever the case may be, because you do exude this power. It's naturally within you, but you be fighting the conscious awareness of taking charge of that shit. Because you feel like, what if I lead this person astray? What if it doesn't? But I feel like that's self-doubt. And self-doubt is basically just not giving yourself permission to do what you really want to do. When you feel like, well, what if this happens? What if that happens? That's you not giving yourself permission You're not telling yourself it's okay to do this. Because like I said, with this tree of life, it doesn't matter if you go down this path, you gonna eventually go where you want to go. All of these are connected. You could go straight up to get to the point of enlightenment. You could go down, then left, then down, then right. Then any choice you make, you're going to get to where you have to go inevitably. You're going to get there. Why? Specifically for you and not everybody else. I'm talking specifically to you because you have innate power within you. You have that spark of true sovereign divinity within you. You are a sovereign being. You know who you are. You're not, and that's what leads me to the next thing. Y'all are not from, some of y'all really be trying to like fit into this world and you're not of this world. You're an ancient deity. That's why motherfuckers look up to you. That's why the shit that you say hit different than anybody else. You could go talk to a million different people, but the person that comes to talk to you, somebody could go to a million different people and ask for advice, but when they come to you, they can feel that that shit is true. Why? Because you have this air of divinity, of royalty, of sovereignty in the celestial cosmic realms. That's the gift that you have on this earth. That saves your ass from getting caught up in karmic cycles, doing shit over and over again. You have the gift of wisdom and sovereign divinity and royalty. And you have to like claim that. Stop trying to be like everybody else. Stop trying to dress like everybody else. Stop trying to talk and act like everybody else. You're not everybody else. And that's why you keep getting caught in between two worlds. That's why when you try to, shift your reality, it seemed like, okay, I'm going in this direction, but I'm still, because you're still trying to identify with a conditioned, societally conditioned version of you. Oh, you're a black woman, so you should like shaking your ass. You should like being ghetto and being a hood rat, right? But besides the skin, besides the flesh, besides the body, and here's the other thing I'm getting. You look a certain way for a reason. You look a certain way for a reason. It's because you are meant to exude a different energy than what you look like in order to cause a catalytic change in the minds and thoughts of others about people who look like you. It's not about trying to change the whole culture or the whole collective of one person. No, it's you look like this person. You may look like a hood bitch, a hood nigga, whatever. You look a certain way, right? But your mind is different. Your soul is different. Your energy is different. So when you don't go along with whatever that is that you look like, when you do something different, when you exude a different energy, you actually change people's perspectives about that collective that they try to throw you in or categorize you in. Instead of saying, hey, we need to change as a people, we need to do this and that. No, you just have to be who you truly are. Even though you exist in this body, you have to be who you truly are. And once you do that, that's going to change people's perspective when they meet you, when they see you, when they feel you. Some of y'all got motherfuckers who still think about you till this day. Motherfuckers who maybe stereotyped or categorized you a certain way still think about, but wait a minute. That motherfucker was different. Even if you're a spiritual being, even if you identify with the spiritual community, you may have people that look at you differently. Like, yeah, I saw these other spiritual people out here, but this motherfucker is different because you have an otherworldly energy. So I'm kind of feeling like you need to honor this otherworldly energy. Honor the fact that you're different. It doesn't make you bad. It makes you able to kind of be in both worlds. You're able to step into both realities. You could assimilate to the version of you that people see you as or identify you as, but you can also switch it up and be this whole other energy and mind fuck motherfuckers. And that's what I'm also getting to here, is that spirit wants you to take charge for your energy and your power. There's people that are want to put you or are putting you in a position of power. What's up, Texas Gemini? I got your email too, my love. I did get your email. I saw it, but for some reason, I think I got busy. I was doing a reading before I saw it. But I got your email, and I'm going to respond after this message. Spirit wants you to be in charge again. There may have been a past life where you were in charge of something, and you abused your power, and it was because you did not feel worthy of that title or worthy of that power that you were received. But now you're having an opportunity to do it over again. And Spirit wants you to fully claim it. And a part of fully claiming it is not just the love and light side. It's also your dark side. You have to claim your darkness. You have to claim it. And when you're doing it correctly, when you're in the space of being able to truly claim your darkness, like right now, I could tell. It's certain things you could tell. So I claim this power right now. But look, it's a I know it sounds like kind of random, but there's a little gecko outside on my little like patio area. There's a gecko staring at me. I could tell that that gecko is being used to watch me. That gecko is being used as a monitoring spirit to watch me. So I claim that energy. I claim that. Instead of being like, oh, it's people trying to watch you, and I claim it. It's a dark ass energy, or it's somebody that's being nosy that want to watch me. Okay, I claim that. Of course somebody, and that's the thing that you have to claim as well. Of course people are going to watch you. You're the main character. Of course people going to talk about you behind your back. You're the leader. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how you claim it. Instead of giving it the power, you claim the power. Yeah, it's a motherfucker watching me because I'm the main character. I'm on the world stage. Yes, motherfuckers looking up to me because I'm the leader. I'm the role model. You see what I'm saying? That's how you switch up that energy. You just claim it. Of course, there's motherfuckers that's praying on my downfall because I'm the chosen one. Of course, there's motherfuckers that don't want to see me do well because I'm going to change this paradigm. I'm going to shift these karmic cycles. Of course, there's motherfuckers that stop feeding into the why don't they like me? Even recently, I had to kind of go back in my mind where, you know, I was talking to one of my friends and it was just like, it was just a situation. I was asking, like, why doesn't this person like me? Like, what is it? And they was telling me, like, you know, they might not like how you look. They might not like this or that. But ultimately, what it came down to that I took away from it recently is that they did not like, or they don't like, that I have the power. And I don't have to, like, go out of my way. I have the power. I don't have to go out of my way to force people to think that I'm a bad bitch, or it's in me. Like, you feel me? Like, it's in me. And even when it comes to certain relationships, like, I'll be wondering in my head, like, damn, I've definitely pulled some 10s in my life, like, straight the fuck up. I've pulled some 10s. And, you know, I don't have to wear a bunch of makeup. I don't have to. Sometimes I be pulling motherfuckers and my hair be busted. You feel me? Like, I be pulling motherfuckers, and it's not because I have to try to put on that persona of I'm, you know, the most beautiful thing in the whole wide world. Obviously, you do need to take care of yourself, but the reason why I'm realizing that I can pull the energy that I want is because of my power. I exude that power. People they're drawn to me because they want, you know, to be in that energy. And I feel like sometimes I be like kind of in my wounded energy thinking like, why doesn't this person like me? Or how come, you know, especially when it comes to like females, you know, sometimes I'll be like, oh, why don't these females like me? Or I want to be friends with them, but they be acting weird towards me. Sometimes they do like you. It's not that they don't like you. It's that they love you. Sometimes it's not that, you know, they are being weird towards you. Sometimes it's that they feel intimidated. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to realize, you have to claim that power. Oh, that motherfucker don't like me because they want to be me. That motherfucker hating on me because they know who I am. And it's not cocky. Cocky is where you don't feel good within yourself. You truly don't feel your power. You truly feel worthless. And you're trying to claim it through someone else. You see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to claim I got these bitches mad and hating. No, I'm saying they don't like me because they love me. That's me claiming my energy. I'm somebody worth loving. And same for you, collective. You're somebody worth loving. You're somebody worth paying attention to. That's why people pay attention to you. So pay attention to the people who are trying, chasing the clout, trying to get this, trying to get that, versus the people who naturally fall into leadership positions. They sometimes don't even want to be the leader, but people naturally say, can you plan this event out for me? Hey, do you mind planning out my wedding? Do you mind being, you know, and you'll start to understand your reality gets a lot more easier. You don't have to keep fighting to get what you want when you realize you are what you want. You already are what you want. You are a powerful motherfucker. And then you also have to be grateful for that. Because there's people that, are looking at your life right now. And they're like, damn, how did Collective do that shit? Like, how did you get out there? Like, how did you take the steps to do this, and that? Meanwhile, you over here feeling like, oh, I'm not doing enough. And so you got to understand that you got, claim the energy. Claim the energy. Claim it. You got people watching you. Yeah, they watching you because you better than, you more popping in mainstream TV. You got people that, you feel me, doing this or feeling this way? Yeah, because they know exactly who you are. But you have to know who you are in order to even be in that vibration. If you don't know who you are, you're going to be feeling like whatever. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. You have powers. You may have secret powers. You may have intuitive powers as well. I had a dream last night where I was hanging out with my friend and we was kicking it and we were watching a TV show. I don't know if this TV show is going to come out or not, but I'm predicting it. You heard it here first. But Chloe Bailey was in the TV show. She's a Cancer. And when I think about people, when I see people that I know in my dreams, I think about their zodiac sign because that's a message from that zodiac sign. So when I see somebody who's a Capricorn in my dream, it's coming from Capricorn energy. Or if I see Chloe Bailey, she's a Cancer, that's coming from the moon. And it was a TV show about like witches or, you know, powerful people. And we was watching that show and me and my friend was talking and it was just like, I was like, damn, like we really got powers out here. We need to start practicing. And then my friend was like, yeah, we definitely have powers. Like, they was like, it's a trip. Like, we definitely got powers. There could be an air sign here. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Cancer energy is what I'm picking up on. Could be Capricorn energy as well. So you have powers here. Intuitively, you have powers. And you're being given permission from specific people to use your powers. You be looking at like, oh, why is this person holding back? It's because you're holding back. You're not utilizing your power. Because you don't want to end up being taking advantage of your power. But I'm getting that that's self-doubt. You've already learned the lesson of what happens when you take advantage of your power. So, you know, you're not giving yourself permission to be that motherfucking badass bitch or be that powerful ass person. Yeah, we got Venus energy. Venus is currently in Scorpio right now. That's the transit that's happening. All right, so let's see what's going on. What's the vibe check? Yeah, it's something about your relationships, your beauty, your values. It's something that you have the power of attraction, but you don't be wanting to use it. So you know that you can make people like fall in love with you. You not even make, but you can, you have the power of suggestion. You can bring people towards you. You can call people in. But for some reason, sometimes you don't be wanting to do that. Sometimes you be feeling like, I don't want to do that. But that's what people want you to do, collective. So that's how come you have, when it comes to relationships or a job, it's like they want you to step it up at your job. They want you to be the leader. And you're like, well, I don't want to boss people around. I don't want to, you don't want to, it's like you're trying to halfway accept your calling. And that's the issue. That's why you're not getting the promotion, because you're halfway accepting your calling. You're not taking the lead. You know what I'm saying? You trying to like, yeah, because you feel like it's manipulation. But the thing about it is, we're all being manipulated, and we manipulating ourselves. So we're all being manipulated. The media manipulates you. Your parents manipulate you. And you could see manipulation as a form of conditioning. See, the word itself has a negative connotation, manipulation. Because you don't have to some people, manipulation to me, the lower frequency of that is lying to get what you want. But when I think of the way that I'm talking about, not the low vibrational form of it, but that's why you have to integrate your shadow side. Because your shadow side, you be trying to, when you're trying to avoid your shadow side, you don't want to integrate that. You're like, oh, it's manipulation. I don't want to be a bad person, right? When in reality, you have to understand that not everybody gonna like you. You're not going to be accepted by everybody. Somebody somewhere is going to see you as the villain in their story. So if you can kind of get over that and just understand, what are your intentions? Are my intentions to lie and deceive someone? No. That's in the realm of manipulation. Are my intentions to shift the reality, shift the perspective? Yes. For positive growth and upliftment? Yes. Then you can start understanding it's conditioning. Now you can start conditioning. We got Venus with North Node here. So part of your destiny is to be beautiful, is to be loved, is to have certain values, is to prioritize certain relationships. That's part of your destiny. Could be working with people in relationships. Maybe you are here to help. And some people could say, oh, that's manipulation. that you're helping people in relationships, or you're putting certain ideas, or you have the power of suggestion. It's really about your intention. That's the seed. If you got a bad seed, then yeah, you're going to grow some bad fruit, or it's just not going to grow at all. So when you're trying to manipulate somebody from a negative intention, it won't grow. Or if it does grow, you're not going to like the taste of it. It's going to taste nasty. It's going to be spoiled. It's going to be rotten. But when you're coming from a genuine place, like, I really want to help, and this person is giving you consent and permission, that's when you can start conditioning, influencing in a positive way. See, Libra and Tauruses with the Venus energy, they have a way of influencing their relationships, influencing the people around them, influencing new things to happen. And they understand that you could have Libra or Taurus in your Venus sign, or you could have Libra or Taurus anywhere in your chart, specifically in your North Node as well. But you have an influence, and you can't hide from that. And the reason why you're not fully getting what you want is because you're not accepting all of yourself. That you have an influence. You're meant to influence people. There's like, just like there's such things as influencers. Some of those people are meant to influence others. It's in you. You can't run from it. And if you try to halfway do it, you're gonna feel halfway. You're gonna feel incomplete. So I see here that there is an energy here where you are meant to influence. You have a destiny as it pertains. You could be a Venusian, a Libra or Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. You have some level of influence here. And people want you to influence them subconsciously. They want you to influence them. Just like when it comes to like certain relationships here. Or let's even say that you have a pet, and your pet start trashing your house, and and when you catch them and you like, why you do that? They start going like this. Because they want you to punish them. You feel me? They want you to correct their behavior. But if you were to look at them and think, oh, poor puppy, oh, they look sad. Now they manipulating you. You see what I'm saying? Now okay, if I just do the sad face, then they'll let up on me. Really, they want you to punish them, or they want you to be more strict, have more boundaries, be more stern with them. But if you fall for the, oh, poor puppy, oh, poor little baby. Now they're like, I can get away with this. If I do the sad face, they'll keep letting me get away with this, right? So that's what I'm seeing here. You do have a power of influence. Yeah, and it's also around your community, your friends, your family. You're the one that's in, like, you have the power to influence your community, to be a leader here. Let's see what the current energy is, because I'm also feeling like this is people around you, but this could also be a particular person. Let's see. Tell me more about this energy. Yeah, we have fresh start here. So you're influencing your community or path around you to start making new patterns. And that's what I'm saying. Some of you guys may be in the realm of mental health, or you're studying. You're supposed to be like a counselor, a marriage therapist, counselor, a spiritualist, something where but I'm seeing more so mental health. You may be studying mental health. It's something about where you're supposed to be a catalyst for new patterns to emerge. So there's people that are putting you in a position, whether they say it out loud with their mouth, they're putting you in a position to continue to assist the collective with creating new patterns here. Because you have the strength. All right? You wonder why you be going through all the trials and tribulations, or why you be, the one that everything falls on you. It's because you actually have the strength. You're the person that has the courage. You have the resilience, and you have the ability to recover from hard times or harsh energy. You have the ability to go. You're not going to get sucked into some dark shit and succumb to it. You're going to go through the darkness and hit them with the, you feel me? You have the ability to balance that out. Yeah, and your higher self is saying that you're strong enough to manifest this energy. So you have to give yourself permission. Okay, somebody, and this could even be with a marriage. Let's say you have a husband or a wife, right? People who want you to take the leadership role, they'll, so for example, like, it's the classic thing where it'd be like, the wife be like, or the husband be like, what do you want to eat? The husband's trying to give the wife the control, but if the wife doesn't want to have the control, she'll be like, I don't know. That means she wants you to choose for her. If you ask your wife, what do you want to eat? And she say exactly what she want, that means she's taking the leadership position. She's taking it. But if she says, I don't know, what do you want to eat? That's her trying to throw back the control on you. Like, no, I want you to take control. So you kind of have to understand these subtle clues. And I feel like that's where you'll be able to make the best influence, when you can understand why people act a certain way. And why people do certain things. Why people... It is manipulation, but you gotta... It's like you don't want to play the manipulative game, or you don't want to play into the game here because you're afraid of you'll really take it there. But Spirit is saying it don't got to be that serious. You can peep the signs and be like, okay, I'm going to play it this way. You have to be confident in your ability to play the part or play the role. Meanwhile, you know the objective. You know what your next move is. It's like chess. Sometimes in chess, you'll make a motherfucker, you'll make the person that you're playing chess against, you'll make it look like you're about to make this move, and they'll be on your ass about that, like, oh, I'm finna do this. Meanwhile, you got a whole secret attack. You feel me? And you finna hit them with that. They didn't even see it because they was focused on the move that you was making in that specific area. They didn't even see that you had a whole, you feel me? But obviously, if you're wanting to work together, it's like you gotta, people trying to trick you or mentally mindfuck you, you kind of have to go along with thinking, like, you have to let them think, okay, you're mindfucking me. Meanwhile, you know, y'all both know what both of y'all want, and you got to make the move without alerting the does that make sense? Because here's the thing, if you're not doing the work, you getting worked. If you're not playing the game, you getting played. Like, that's just the whole point of it. So I feel like for collective, I'm seeing that you have the ability to manifest whatever it is that you want to manifest with whoever you want to manifest it with. You just got to play the game. You got to play into it. And you may not have wanted to play into it because you feel like, oh, that's trivial, been there, done that, whatever, whatever. But people want you to play into it. Like, I've done shit, and it seemed like it's kind of petty, but people want you to play into it. They want you to be in the position of power, but you be trying to give your power away because you want them to be on the equal playing field with you. Meanwhile, they want you to take control. When they want to be in power, they'll do what they need to do. You see what I'm saying? And then you have to play your part while you know you're still the lead. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still are who you are, whether you play that part or not. You know? Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, this is your gift. That is your spiritual gift here. And you got to be able to maneuver with it. You got to be able to maneuver with it. It's kind of funny to me. Like, it's kind of funny to me. When you really think about it, it's actually kind of funny. It's kind of funny. Because sometimes you have to let people think that they won in order to actually, you feel me, pull off the whole trick. You got to let people think that they won sometimes. Like, oh, okay, you got it. Oh, you right. You got it. Oh, you bad, huh? Oh, you big and bad, huh? Okay, big and bad. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of feminine energies, they know this. They know how to, when it comes to masculines, they know how to kind of have their masculines believe that they're really whole time the mastermind is the feminine energy. You know? They really pulling the strings. You know? Sometimes you gotta let, you know, people think that they're the face of the company. Meanwhile, you really the CEO of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. Like, and they want that. Like, not, you know, obviously whoever you match with. But people want, that's what people want. They want that. Because they're looking for that leader energy. They're looking for somebody to look up to. So you just got to play your part. That's what I'm seeing here. All right, tell me more about this Venus with North Node. So your manifestations are going to start to move forward now. Now you're going to realize, oh, okay, I have to take the control. I have to take the power now. I've got to claim it. Just like I say, it's funny. Once I claimed it, that little gecko then scurried off. You see what I'm saying? Because I claimed it. Instead of being like, why do people be watching me? Why are they stalking? It's like, just claim it. They watching you because you popping. They hating on you because you that one. Period. Tell me more about this Venus North Node community fresh start with signs. So you're going to be the one in your community to change these patterns here. And this could even be with relationships, friendships, whatever the case may be. But you got to let shit play out here. Tell me more about this Venus North Node community fresh start. Yeah, we have the Six of Swords here. So you're heading towards your North Node. You're heading towards your North Node. You're healing any imbalances here. You're healing these missed opportunities because you didn't play your part. Six of Swords with the... Somebody could be... Yeah, it is what it is. But now you starting to understand it. Like, oh, I wasn't playing my part. I get... So somebody here is telling you what to do. Somebody could literally be telling you how to condition their mind. Not necessarily for any negative intentions, but to complete a goal. Somebody's telling you how to do it. And you too busy trying to be like, well, I'm right. And you're... No, somebody's telling you how you gonna get the most out of me is by... And then you have to put your own formula into it. This could be a job. This could be, you know, people are telling you how to do it. But if you're not able to see through that, you're not able to read what somebody's saying. Somebody's telling you how to do it. You got to be able to read that energy and stop acting like you confused, because really and truly, you've been doing it the whole time. You just haven't fully accepted it. You've been doing it the whole time. That's why you have whatever influence you have in your life in regards to other people. You have this influence not to abuse it, but to lead people into new energy. But you may be used to doing it in a way that's very like strong-arming it, or because you're used to being a leader. You're used to taking the action. But you have to understand each chess piece. You can't, if you got a pawn, you can't make the pawn do the same thing that the horseman does. The horseman can only go in a certain direction, and the pawn can only go in a certain direction. So you have to understand every piece of the puzzle. Okay, if this is a pawn, they can only take one step here. So instead of trying to push them to do something that they're not really able to do, I'm going to use that pawn to do this. And then I can use the horseman to do that. And that's how you start shifting it. And the same thing with your mind. There's parts of your mind that can only go so far. There's parts of other people's mind that can only go so far. And the friction that you have with people is when you try to push them into doing shit that they're limited in doing that. They have a limited understanding. They're limited in doing certain things. You have to be able to say, okay, I can't put this person in a certain position because that's the position that they're playing in other areas. But I can utilize their energy for whatever move I'm about to make. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm kind of getting at. And this goes for your life, your community. There's going to be certain people that they're not going to go the full way and do the full thing. There's only one king and queen. You see what I'm saying? There's only one king and queen type energy. And the king has to protect the queen. Because once the queen gets taken, the king is no longer able to do what they're it. Once your queen get taken from the empire, that's it. Why do you think in old times that they would kidnap the queen? And then when they kidnap the queen, whoever got the queen, now they're ruling the empire. And it's no longer you. As a king. As a king, yeah, you're still a king. But why do you think when they kidnap the queen? Because that's the person that's behind the operation. You're the face of it. But the person behind the operation is that feminine energy. Because the feminine energy says, I want a house. I want my house to look like this, 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 and this. And then the king, it says, okay, I'm going to go build the house. Right? But when that king doesn't have that queen to have that creative energy, the queen is the creative force. A lot of, and I'm not trying to limit men and women. I'm talking about energies, because men have feminine energy, women have masculine energy, whatever. But it's that the queen, the feminine energy is the creative force. So whatever the feminine can visualize and see and then tell her king, or, you know, tell the masculine energy, that's what the masculine energy is going to go and do. However, for some of you guys, and, you know, there's been corruption where the feminine had the power to create the vision and tell the king, but the feminine energy started leading the masculine in a different way. And then the masculine was like, well, fuck it. I'm not going to listen to you no more. Now I'm going to take advantage of you. Now you know what I'm saying? And then that's the situation that we're in right now. That's why the resources on Earth are being raped. And you feel me? People are not being distributed equally what they need, because that masculine energy is over dominating the feminine, because that masculine energy has experience being manipulated rather than being conditioned for the highest good of all, right? So that's the energy that we're in, is taking back that power. The feminines, the true sovereign feminines, they may be feeling like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to tell so-and-so what to do or imply or suggest anything, because you're afraid of that past energy where it was taken advantage of, or somebody took advantage of another, right? And that's where the masculines, they don't want their queen or their feminine energy to tell them what to do or boss them around, even though they really do. They act like they don't want it because they are afraid that they're going to be like pretty much building something in the wrong direction. And so as we come up in this energy, who I'm talking to, the ones that naturally have the power, naturally, without, you see what I'm saying, without you even trying to do anything, naturally you do command a sense of power. And you got to claim it. Stop hiding from it. Give yourself permission to experience it. You already know what it's like to go astray, so you're not going to do that again unless you want to keep repeating the cycles. But for those of you, I'm seeing you're healing out of this shadow energy. You're moving into the light. You're allowing the light to come in and look at all these shadows and see, just like with the chess game. Okay, your shadows can't go all the way into the light, but they can do certain things. So allow them to do the certain things, right? Allow them to do the certain things. If your shadow can't fully emerge into the light, it can't, but it can work on your behalf in certain areas. And I do this shit all the time. Like, I'm not even gonna go into detail about how I do it, but sometimes when I manifest things, it be on some like, damn, I know my shadow manifested that for me to keep me going, to keep me sustained. And then my light will manifest things in other areas. And you have to be the person able to regulate. If your shadows start doing too much, you got to be able to regulate it. Like, hey, I only told you to do this. I didn't tell you to go and start fucking shit up over there. I just told you to do this. And vice versa with your light. You know, you can't be too domineering with your light to where your shadow, because your shadow is trying to protect you, essentially. Your shadow is protecting you. Your shadow side, your shadow aspect, it is composed of traumas and fears, but it creates itself, it manifests itself from those traumas and fears as a way to protect you, which is like why some people disassociate, because their shadow is like, I'm going to erase your memory so you don't remember that because that was painful. And I'm trying to protect you from snapping. I'm trying to protect you from going off. I'm trying to protect you from taking it to the next level in a direction that's not going to serve you. That's what I'm seeing here. All right, so this is very deep. Like I said, some of you guys may be studying mental health, psychology, dark psychology. Some of you guys may be exploring these realms. Spirit wants you to explore these realms, because I'm seeing that as you do that, you can really become a better leader. You can like peep when people are moving funny, or why they do certain things, why they're doing other things. You can peep it out a little bit better than you would if you chose to just stay in your dark energy or just stay in your light. You kind of have to emerge both. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like with that being said, it'll lead you to this space of having some level of completion within your heart space, within what you're offering a completion of cycles to people. You're offering people to get off the hamster wheel. That's what you're here to do. That's why your heart, because the Ace of Cups with the World card is like, as you heal and come out of these shadows energies, you're also reflecting that to others. You're able to offer others that level of completion. You're able to offer them this abundance, this overflow of love, right? That's your job here. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Offering them a new cycle, to learn certain lessons, to complete certain cycles, to be more committed to a new path, to have clarity, right? With the fresh start and reoccurring signs, it's like you're here to offer people that clarity. And I'm also seeing here too, you're going to start to see that certain cycles in your relationships are going to change because you're claiming your full power, and you're not, because it do be a battle of the realities. It be people that want to condition you to believe a certain way based off of manipulation, and want to manipulate you, basically trick you out your spot. And you have to be able to sometimes play along with that without losing the knowing that I'm still in charge. Like, yeah, you may think that you're tricking me on my spot, or you may think that you're taking something that's mine, but at the end of the day, it's going to come back around, or it's still going to be there. What's for me, I'm not going to miss it. All right. So you may also, I feel like what you're offering the world is teaching people about connecting, coming out of conflict, resolving, conflict resolution here. Some of you guys may be in like relationship counselors, or that's what you're destined to do, is be a relationship counselor, a relationship coach, a mindset coach, or whatever the case may be, or a psychologist, a therapist, however you want to take it. But it's about mind, subconscious, conscious, your mind, and the relationships around you. Because the relationships that you attract around you definitely give you an insight of what's going on in your mind, whether it's subconscious or conscious here. You see what I'm saying? I'm also getting here too, there's somebody that is seeing that a connection to you, being connected to you. Somebody may be thinking about memories that they've had with you. Somebody's looking at that it's beneficial to be connected to you. It would actually be a victorious investment to be connected to you. Not being connected to you is what's not necessarily victorious. And I'm not just talking about financially, but like you may have a social status, or you have something that, I'm not saying this person's trying to take advantage of you, but I'm kind of seeing that somebody is looking at, like, it would be beneficial to be connected to this kind of person because of where they're going in life, or because of how they're tapped in. It's something about the people that you know. You may know certain people. There's somebody that's realizing, like, it's better to be connected to you than to not be connected to you. It's better to be working with you, associated with you, in the same circle as you, than to not be in the same circle as you. Because of some sort of success that you have, or because of some sort of victory, or that you keep overcoming challenges, that you're invested in overcoming the challenge, rather than the people who, they're not really invested in overcoming the challenge. They're invested in getting what they want temporarily and then dipping and then going back through the same cycle here. Tell me more about the strength here with higher self, manifest, and gift. So I feel like with the Fool card, this is you taking some action or taking a leap of faith here. Yeah, you're the person in your family that's taking a leap of faith. The leaps of faith that you take are for the long run. Even if people don't understand why you doing this, why you here, and then you here, and then you here, and then it starts to connect the dots. That there's certain communities that you're building, certain people that you can call on, or certain people that you can come to, or certain people that you can mend bridges with. And that's how you're, okay, so yeah, so whatever you're doing right now, whatever journey you're on right now, this is your long-term goals here. This is where, it's kind of like so instead of building something from, it's like some people will plant a seed and then build it out. You're building it out so that when you plant a seed, it's instantaneous. You're building it out. You're doing it, it's like you're building out the connections, the shit that you need to do, the people that you need to meet, building up your, whatever you're working on, so that when you do plant this seed, it's going to come into fruition. Some of you guys are going to be having children here as well. But it's like you're you're accomplishing your long-term goals first instead of having children and then accomplishing long-term goals. You're accomplishing what you need to accomplish. You're setting it up so that when you do bring forth this child, all right, because I see a child coming in here. I see for some of you guys, not everybody, there's a divine child coming in here. This could be an earth angel. So this has a lot to do with relationships. Yeah, this earth angel is coming in to clear out some burdens or relieve some burdens here. That's their job. That's what they're coming in to do. Yeah, they're coming in to transform things, transmute energy. So they're going to continue from wherever you left off, or they're going to continue the mission that you're setting up. Yeah, you know this as well. You already know this. Yeah, you have clarity about this child. You have clarity. This child may come to you. There's two children. There's a girl and a boy. Could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be. But yeah, you're doing the work here. You're taking action to be claiming this feminine energy or being in your sovereign feminine energy so that you can bring this in. So for some of you guys, you may be bringing in children, or you already have a child that is going to be releasing these burdens here. And you need to make the path clear for them so they don't have to deal with all the, you know, that's what you're here to do. And your life is going to be proof of the work that you're doing. Your life is going to be proof of this. You're not going to have to tell people, oh, you're the way that you're going to live, how your foundation is going to be set up. Some of you guys are going to have land. I'm seeing that. Some of you guys are meant to have land. That's your birthright, is to have some, because I see a lot of land cards. Y'all are meant to own land. So that's what I'm saying. You're not meant to do things the way that other people are doing it. And that's where you're going to feel the sadness, the disappointment, the unfulfilled energy, is when you try to do it like other people. That's when you're not going to feel fulfilled. You're going to be like, damn, I don't feel like, because you're not meant to do it that way. I do see that you're making some forward movement. Your manifestation is coming in here. Just keep being in your energy where you're manifesting it, regulating your own energy here. But yeah, I do feel like there's definitely that energy here. All right, let's see what the cosmic judges want to say. I feel like that's pretty much in alignment with what they want to say. Tell me about what the cosmic judges are wanting to say for collective. You're working on this new cycle, or this new cycle is, a lot of work is being put into this, and you are going to have material success. This is going to bring some form of success to you. But there's these changes that are happening. Even as we change, this is the zodiac wheel. This Wheel of Fortune has the zodiac wheel on it. And Jupiter is the ruler of this card, the Wheel of Fortune, which is Zeus, the father of Sagittarius. So there's something about this growth and expansion, even as we go into the different seasons. There's something about this growth and expansion here. As we change into different seasons, things are only going to get better for you. Yeah, we have Jupiter with Capricorn, the Wheel of Fortune with the Devil. The Devil to me represents these repeated patterns based off survival, the tried and true method. But in this deck, the shadow side, which would be the Devil, is reversed. So you're actually healing. You're like changing. Collective, you could be changing the Devil. It's kind of what I'm seeing here. The Devil could be somebody who's stuck in addictions, somebody who does something over and over expecting different results. The Devil's not what you think it is. It could be toxic energy. It could be low vibrational energy. It could be lust. It's like you're changing the Devil. And that's a hard task. The Devil is very stubborn. If a certain song sound good, he gonna keep singing that same ass song. If a certain thing tastes good, he gonna eat that shit every day. You get what I'm trying to say? And he gonna convince you to do. The devil can be repeated patterns. You're changing the devil, collective. However you want to represent the devil in your mind, you're changing the devil. And it's not by force. It's not like, devil, you need to change. The devil don't respond like that. You playing the devil's, it's like you dancing with the devil. And the devil may feel like they're in tune, but really you're in tune. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. Yeah, like you making the devil run. It's crazy. I say that because I had a dream and there was another Cancer energy in the dream. But I had a dream that this man just came up to me, and I'm talking to my friend. I'm pulling cards in the dream, and this man comes up, and he looks like a homeless man, and he comes up from behind, and I'm like, why are you behind? Like, what's up? Like, why are you right there? And I kind of feel like this could have been the devil energy as well. But he came up from behind me and my friends. And one thing about me in real life, I don't like strange men walking up behind me. I don't like strange men approaching me, especially from behind me. Like, you'll fuck around and get your shit clocked. And so I immediately got offended in the dream. Like, why are you behind me? Like, what's up? And he starts going to try to touch my cards. And immediately I start speaking my light language. Anytime I speak my light language, whether this is an energy attack, somebody trying to send energy to me, whatever, immediately that shit changes the energy when I start speaking my light language. So in the dream, sometimes I get sleep paralysis, I speak my light language. That shit instantly dissolves. Like instantly, as soon as I speak my light language, I'm out of the sleep paralysis. And sometimes it'll be hard to speak my light language, like I'm trying, but it won't come out. But anyways, I started speaking my light language in the dream, and I start like doing like this, like I start getting in my mode, and it was like the man stopped wanting to touch my card. Like the man like completely like was like, whoa, and like started running away from me. Like basically literally ran away from me. And then came back and then explained himself. Like sat down, and when he tried to touch me and I touched him back, like returned the energy, and it was like, yeah, basically after that, I could understand like what, he was just curious to know what I was doing. He was curious to see what was going on. But he didn't announce himself. He didn't say, I'm curious. He just approached me and my friend, and I didn't like that. And so I had to go into warrior mode and start speaking my light language and transforming that energy up. And then he came back on some different shit, not wanting to play with me, but then explaining like I was just curious. So that's what I'm seeing with this devil energy here. The devil is just curious about you. The devil's like, what you doing? What's going on? Especially if you have devilish energies around you, you keep trying to figure out, why do certain energies keep coming around? Why does that temptation keep coming around? It's curious about what you're doing. It's like, what are you doing? But you can't let it touch you without your permission. You got to set it straight. Like, hey, we're not going to be doing all that. And then it'll come back with its tail tucked between its legs, and it'll be able to explain to you what's going on. You see what I'm saying? That's the energy that I'm getting here. Is like, so tell me more about what's going on with the cosmic. What do the cosmic judges, cosmic council want to say? What is the cosmic judges, cosmic councils? Okay. Okay, we got the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, we got the Wheel of Fortune, Lord of the Forces of Life. Okay, so there's different forces of life. Spiritually, something is changing. We got the Justice card. Spiritually, something is changing. Something's being balanced out. It says Daughter of the Lord of Truth. Something's being balanced out spiritually. That yin and yang energy. This could be Venus and Saturn energy as well. Libra energy. Yeah, Venus and Saturn is what I'm seeing here. Ace of Cups. So what's being balanced out is this heart chakra. Your heart is being balanced out because there could have been things that have been stuck in your heart that have been holding you back, that have been shortening your force. mentally you don't want to keep going, or you don't want to keep doing this because of this, that goes back to the power dynamic, where you do have a dynamic of power as well. And you may have been holding yourself back because you don't want to abuse your power. But I feel like what's happening now for you is that you may have experienced both sides of something. The way that you're not going to abuse your power is because you might have been the person that abused your power, but then you also have experienced what it's like to be abused. So now you're like, okay, I'm balanced out. Your heart chakra is balanced out. Now you're able to see things clearly with the Sun card, and that's leading you to happiness spiritually. So for some of you guys, yeah, in a past life you abused your power. This life you may have been abused. So now you're starting to recognize and understand, I know what it feels like to be the abuser, and I also know what it feels like to be abused. That's what's going to help you not abuse your power, essentially. That's what's going to, so you don't have to be afraid of falling back into those old cycles, because all you have to do is remember what it felt like when you went through it. When you went through some shit that, you know, you didn't like, or you were being abused or whatever. That's what'll keep you balanced so that you don't do that shit. Yeah, we have the Six of Swords with the Moon card. The Moon card is that dark feminine energy. So some of you guys are healing your own dark feminine energy. You're earning the success to walk in that dark feminine energy. Because for some of you guys too, you got to look at it. Some of you guys have to look at it like you also have a dark side. Just because you're powerful in the light does not mean that you're weak in the dark. You also are powerful in the dark as well. Your dark energy is powerful as well. You come from a hierarchy as well. When it comes to the dark energy, Mars energy, you could be a Martian with the Tower energy. So there's some changes that are happening right now. Okay, especially with the Lovers. Tell me more about this. Tell me more. So you may be thinking that a Tower moment's happening with a love situation. Spirit is saying it's actually building a stronger connection. It's actually building a stronger connection. It's actually establishing the strength of the connection. So you and a person could be going through things. The Tower moment is not that it's necessarily the end all be all of a situation, because anything that ends can be born again. It's just saying that there was a dynamic in a relationship or in a connection that was imbalanced. Okay? There was too much masculine energy. There needs to be more feminine energy. The Lovers with the Empress is coming up. We also have Mars here. So on a spiritual level, there may be a Tower moment. I mean, it just depends on the connection, the specific connection, because some of the connections are lessons. It depends on the situation. It depends on your spiritual contract. But for some of you guys, something that did go through a Tower moment went through a Tower moment so that you could heal. So that you could see how it, so for example, let's say for example, you're dealing with somebody, you do this person wrong, then you go deal, but you really love this person, but you do them wrong, then you go deal with another person and they do you wrong. You need to be able to experience what it was like to be the person that did somebody wrong and to be the person that got done wrong, in order to have a more balanced perception in your heart space, so you could know how to have that balance to kind of perfect the success that you want. If you only are the person that's in control, you're never going to know what it feels like to not be in control. Therefore, you're not going to be able to handle that situation with care. And if you're always the person that's not in control, and you don't know what it feels like to be in control, you're not going to be able to handle it when it comes down to it. You see what I'm saying? Tell me more about this. Ooh, that card flipped out. The Star card. Aquarius energy with the Seven of Cups. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of different paths to go towards where you want to go. So I'm seeing right now, Spirit is saying, don't worry about what is going to happen in the future when it comes to any one thing. You are actually healing this shadow aspect of yourself. You're actually earning the success of being able to operate out of your dark energy and operate out of your light energy. And there's a balance happening. The forces of life are changing and balancing out these different experiences so that you can understand what it means to be to have the power to perfect this success. But also, right now, it's a little bit of a confusing time. There are some towers that are happening with you in your personal life, your friendships, your family, whatever. Spirit is saying, don't worry. The cosmic judges are saying, don't worry about the overall outcome. Things are going to get stabilized. Don't worry about, is this going to happen? Is this not going to happen? Just have hope. Just have hope, because you're stressing too much. You're stressing about something. Just have hope. Just know that you're going to overcome whatever it is that's happening right now. Stop trying to put too much pressure on what you want to happen, and just know that it's gonna. That's you being in your power. Being in your power is saying, I'm a powerful person. I don't got to worry about what's gonna happen. I know it's gonna be. It's gonna be what I want, if not better. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't worry about the confusion and just continue to have hope, because the stability is coming here. The stability is coming. Stop trying to figure out how, when, and why. Just continue to live your life how you're supposed to, focusing on the energies, allowing things to balance out, allowing things to naturally take their course. Even if there's a tower, even if things are, this Mars energy is kind of, right? This destruction is happening. Even if this destruction is happening, this destruction is going to bring about a beautiful creation. All right? That's what I'm getting here. That's what I'm seeing. I'm going to let the love messages come. I'm going to do the late night love reading. I might have to record it earlier because I got some stuff I'm going to be doing tonight. I'm going out. But I'm going to do the late night love reading. And I'll probably either record it earlier. Yeah, I'm going to have to. I'll release the late night love reading. It won't be during the late night, but I'm going to release it soon after this, because I really want to focus on the general messages, but some of this has to do with love as well. Some of this does have to do with love, okay? Some of this definitely has to do with love, for sure. All right? I'm going to see if there's any messages from the Elder Council, and then we're going to go ahead and hop off of here. But I hope that these messages are making sense. Whether this is love, family, career, whatever the case may be. It can apply for all of the above. Anything that the Elder Council would like collective to know? We got the Six of Wands. You're doing just fine. Your intuition is correct. You're being guided to balance something out. You may be going to a connection here, a love connection here. There may be a little bit of confusion. If you take quick action, there's going to be some confusion, but there is abundance being invested into a connection. It is saying, just take your time. There's not really a rush. There's not really a rush. The Elder Council is saying that the victory is here. The victory is yours. You've already overcome a lot of the challenges, so you don't have to keep repeating the same cycles or doing the same things when you've already overcome them. You've already overcome certain things. You're in the spirit of success right now. You're in the spirit of success right now, okay? You have already healed whatever it is that you feel conflicted about. You've already healed that. You already have the solution to healing that. Or you've already managed to overcome or have some sort of victory in your healing. Okay, what is the higher self saying to collective? Yeah, just continue to have hope. Starseed. There's new energy coming in. Because if you could see this energy, this is like the Fool card. It's like there's something coming crashing down into your energy, and there's that gem. It's going to land in your garden. Your higher self is telling you something's coming in. It's going to be connected. It's coming in. It's going to land in your garden here. And whatever is happening right now, whatever transformations, endings, cleansings, purgings that are happening right now is to help you release stress and let go so that you can get your wish fulfillment, because you're wishing to ascend. Okay, and you're going to get that ascension, but you have to be able to kind of allow yourself to be put in the position. You're being put in position right now, collective. Allow that to come in. Allow that gem, allow that seed, allow that opportunity, allow that position to come in. Stop fighting it. Stop fighting what spirit wants you to be in a certain place. Stop fighting where spirit wants you to be or where spirit wants you to go, because you've already accomplished the goals that you want. Like, you've already accomplished overcoming the conflict. You've already done that. Now it's just time to accept your position in the world. The role that you, like, who you are. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting here. So that's what I'm seeing for you, collective. This has been your Cosmic Court reading. I didn't even say that court was in session, but court is now out of session. Yeah, I feel like you guys are on point. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. All right? That's your problem now. You be trying to overthink it. You don't need to overthink it. You're already doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. There's just a matter of energy being transmuted and transformed. But you're already doing what you're supposed to be doing here. It's already happening. That's what I'm seeing. All right? That's what I'm seeing here. My bad, y'all. My deodorant is everywhere. But that's not important. What's important is getting these motherfucking messages. So, yeah, that's what I got for y'all. Stay tuned for the late night love reading. I will be doing that one. But in the meantime, if you guys would like to... if you guys would like to... if you guys would like to book a reading, or if you would like to check out my TikTok, email me. My bad, y'all. I'm coming out of the channel, so I'm like, I'm coming back into my body because I was channeling, so now I'm like coming back in. But if you guys would like to book a reading, check out my TikTok or send me an email. Check the description box below. I appreciate y'all's patience. I appreciate y'all's patience. I appreciate y'all's patience. I love y'all. Thank you so much for watching. I'm about to go do my TikTok shit. But I love y'all, and I'll talk to you later. Mwah. Peace.